So, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, today we are going to cover loops. So, what are the loops? We use loops to repeat a task a number of times. Like if I have to print hello world, so what I will do, I will use the print statements. But what if I have to print the hello world 100 times? So, with the help of loops, it will become very easy. And there are so many types of loops. We will look one by one while loops and the for loops. This is the syntax of while loop, while the condition, then the body. We use it when we don't know how much time, how many times we have to repeat the task, we have to repeat the code. This will continue it until it is true. When it become false, it will not execute the body of the loop. How? I initialize I with 0, then this is the condition. This will only execute until it is true. And now have a look on the other section as well. Now the for loops. A for loop is used to iterate through a sequence of the list, tuples, or the string. Okay, and we use for loops when we have to iterate a number of times. Let's look an example. Here, L is the list, and we are iterating on the list. Take any variable, and we took item as a variable. When we iterate over L and then print item, so we get the our output 1, 7, and 8. Okay, now the range function in the Python. This is very important. If we have to repeat a number of if we have to repeat a task a number of times. So in Python, we use range function. We provide the range, the start, the stop, and the step size. Step size is like jumping index. Okay, so the range is 0 to 7, and this will in this 7 is not included. So this will print only from 0 to 6. Okay, we will more understand when we do practical questions. For loop with else. So here we use else statement. This will print it. This will print when the loop exhausts. When this loop exhausts, this done. This will print done. Okay. The break statement. So these are the control statement which is used to control your loop. How? Like I am printing. The range is 0 to 80, and I have to print until 3. Okay. So what I will do? Um, Sorry. What I will do? I will use the break statements with if C. Uh, as while iterating the loop, if I becomes 3, then it will break. It will print only up to 3. And the continue statement is same like this. Uh, it will continue like uh, if I becomes 2, then it will continue. I mean, it will skip that iteration and continue the next iteration. If I am printing from 1 to 5, and uh, I put a condition that I become so 2, and so it will continue. It will not print 2, it will continue that iteration. So the numbers will be printed 1 2, I mean 1 3 4 5, except 2. Okay, pass statement. This is a null statement. It instruct to do nothing, which means if I am iterating something and I have written nothing inside it, so it will throw an error. But what if I write pass? So without pass, the program will throw an error. Okay, let's have a look on the practice set. So the first question is write a program to print multiplication table of a given number using for loop. Okay, we have to print a table using for loop. We first of all we take input from the user, then we iterate. the table should be from 1 to 10. So we are writing 11 because last one is excluded. Okay, then we write. So I write in this way to more structured, to look more structured way. So should I show you the output or not? Okay, let me show you how it will. Okay, 2, the table of 2. See, the output will be like this. Okay, this is something the next question, which is why I was not running the code. Okay, so the next question is write a program to greet all the person's names stored in a list. Let's start with this. We have provided a list and we are iterating over list for I in L. I is on just a variable. You can take any of the variable. And now I have to check the names which starting from the letter S. So I am using a function, a string function starts with. So what I will do, if I dot starts with contains the letter S, then print hello with I. So what will be this print? So what will be printed? Hello Sonam, hello Sachin. Okay. Now the third question is the third problem is attempt problem one using while loop. How we have to attempt this by while loop. First of all, take the input from the user. We have to initialize I with one. Then what will we do? We will use condition I greater than 0. Then same print statement. Then what will we do? We will increment I by 1. Each time it will increment, so it will increase by 1. And we also have to use control statement like break. As I approaches to 11, it will break. Okay, so the when we run this code, then we get our desired output. Okay, in the question number 4, write a program to find whether a given number is prime or not. Prime numbers are those numbers which are divided by only one and by itself. So let's have a look. We are taking input from the user, then we are iterating up to range 2 to A. A is what? The number we have taken the input. Now what will we do? If the number is, this is the sign of modulus, this is sign of modulus. If the number divided by I is equals to 0 means the number is divisible by the number which is provided by the user is divisible by I, the current number. So what does it mean? It is not a prime number because prime number is only divisible by itself and the only one. Okay, so it is not a prime number, so it is important we have to use break statement. And else if this condition is not true, the else prime number is printed. They can, this is must, you can use break statement. Write a program to find the sum of first and natural number using while loop. Okay, so first of all, take the input from the user. Initialize sum with 0. This is important, initialization. And then I is equals to 1. When we are using while loop, I greater than 0, then sum plus is equals to I. This is the shorthand operator, which means sum is equals to sum plus I. Okay, we are sum all the numbers, all the first and natural numbers. If I becomes equals to n, then it will break. Okay, and for the next iteration, I'm increment of 1. I plus is equals to 1, which means I is equals to I plus 1. This is the shortened operators. Then print sum, we get our desired output. Now the sixth question is, write a program to calculate the factorial of a given number using for loop. How factorial? What do you mean by factorial? Like the factorial of 3 is what? 3 into 2 into 1, which is 6. The factorial of 5 is what? 120. 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, so we are taking input from the user, then initializing a with 1. Why we are initializing? Uh, okay, this is important. This is very important. I forgot. Let's see how. Why you will understand later why we initialize it with 1. See, we are iterating from 1 to n plus 1. Why n plus 1? Because last one is not included, which means we are iterating over 1 to n. Okay. Now we will do what is the like user input 5. So what the output will be 5 into 4 into 3. So we have to multiply each in each iteration. So we have to multiply I every time with the number, with the A. A is what? 1. We can't initialize A with 0. Otherwise, the output will become 0. Okay, so A multiply is equals to I. And we have to put the break statements as well. If I equals to N, the problem, uh, the mistake I do every time is I used to write equals only one time, but you guys should not do this type of mistake. Okay, then break, then print a, you will get factorial. Okay, these are the pattern questions. Write a program to print the star pattern. How? First of all, for this we will use nested loops. Yes, means loop inside loop. I am using for loop, then again for loop inside the for loop. For I in the range of 1 to 4, which is because 4 is excluded. And now this time another variable j or any of the variable you can take. Now 2 into I. Okay, before this we will cover this. So guys, you will understand more. Write a program to print the following star pattern. This patterns and up to 3. The for loop 1 to 4. Okay, for j range 1 to I plus 1, because the see, in the first iteration first star will print, in the second row these are the rows and these are the columns. First loop is for rows and the second loop is for columns. Okay, in the first loop there are how many numbers of rows? One, two, three. Okay, three rows and four is excluded, so which means 1 up to 3. Now the loop second is for the columns. What are being going with the columns? So in column only one line is printed, then one is reduced. I mean, uh, if you are watching like this, so increment of 1. Okay, so this is executing like see, let me dry run for you. I in the range of 1 to 4, means I is 1 now. Okay, take a variable I is 1 fixed. Now j in the range 1 to I plus 1, we will understand. Now I is 1 and the j is 1, one star is printed. Then again it will repeat up to I plus 1. Again it will repeat. C. For j in the range I to I plus 1, you understood? When we print I and we are using this, see, print contains next line. So print, the print function contains the next line to uh, to protect this. So we are using this. By this way, the star will print in the side by side. Otherwise, it will print line by line in the next line. So you have to use this. Okay. So now I is 1 and the j is 1. So the star will print side by side. Okay. So the iteration is stops here. Now the first loop will execute. Now I will become 2. Okay. Now I will becomes 2. So what you will do? The this loop will iterate from 1 to I plus 1. Now I is 2. So it will means it iterate from 1 to 3. I plus 1, which is 3. So the third 3 is excluded, which means I to 1 to 2. So means 2 star will be printed. In the next item, 2 star will be printed, and this is for the next line because we are printing in the next line. In the next iteration, but I will become 3, and now here I will become 4. 4 is excluded, and it will print 3, which means it adds up to 3. And the same way this pattern we will get. I know I am very poorly teaching, but you guys have understood. Write a program to print. Okay, before that, I am sure. I think I should have to cover this. So the same way, in look at the pattern. In every column, in these three columns, every time there is a addition of 2 stars. So for this, in we just use 2 multiply by I. So what will be happen? 2 multiply by I, which means now I is 1. 2 by 1, which is 1. So 1 star will be printed. When the second row, so I is 2. So 2 by 2, 4. 4 is excluded, which means 3. So 3 star will printed. The same way, 5 star will printed. When I becomes 3, so 3 into 2, 6, and 6 is excluded. So 5, 1 to 5 means 5 star will be printed. Now the question 9 means write a program to print the following star pattern. See, here there is a space between this pattern. How can we deal such type of questions? So first of all, loop, then inside loop, which is range up to 1 to 4, 1 to 4. Then we put a condition. We put a boundary condition, which means if I is equals to I made this mistake, I equals, you should use double equals. Okay, or I equals 1. Okay, I equals if I is equals to 1, if I is equals to 3, if j is 1 and j is 3, so the star will be printed. If this is not, so space will be printed. The same way you will get the output, and this is for the next line. Now write a program to print multiplication table of n in the reverse order. See, we did in the we did already did that question, but now we have to do this in the reverse order. How? Take the input, then we are using now s- jumping index. How? We are we have to print in the reverse order from 10 to 0 and minus 1 for the reverse order. So you will get the output you will get your output in the reverse order. Okay guys, so that's it for now. I hope I was able to make you understood. So do practice these type of patterns a lot, and this is for the row and this is for the column. Okay, and let me think what more what more I can tell you. Actually, okay. If you guys have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Just that's it for now. Thanks for the watching.